of some controversy in that first half when Peter Beardsley was pulled back. He said at half-time, incidentally, that he realised that he was wrong, but that's one of those things he had already blown. So another massive kick by Dave Beasant with football romance in the air once more, with the underdogs leading by a goal to nil here at Wembley, and it's been of late a great place for underdogs, remember. Coventry weren't given that much of a chance last year against Spurs and they won it. And Luton Town, of course, against Arsenal. To say nothing of Little Reading coming here and beating Luton in the Simod Cup earlier this year 4-1. Funny old year or two for Wembley Cup finals. And who knows, little Wimbledon might be writing another chapter this afternoon. And Ari Sanchez. Cork on the far side. Great old warrior he's been. Playing in all 4 divisions of the Football League, Alan Cork, but losing out now as Steve Nicol tries to get it away. And that was a long ball played back by Sanchez, and Young using, it seemed to me, an elbow on Beardsley to get the advantage on the England international, but he got it back to Dave Beasant. And Phelan just getting it back to Beasant as well, as Liverpool look as though they're trying to turn the wick up a little bit, speed up the game, and their own desire and enthusiasm with it. But there was a foul on the Wimbledon goalkeeper, Ian St John.
Well, if I was feeling to keep away from Beasant at the moment, he's very angry with him, isn't he?
Phelan a long ball forward, up goes Gillespie and beats Fashanu in the air. Comes to Alan Cork. Offside against Fashanu.
The interesting part in the first half, Brian, is that in free play, Liverpool, yes, they're doing well, but when it comes to defending free kicks and attacking free kicks, Wimbledon are far more organised.
Taking it up again for Wimbledon, playing down this right-hand side. Vinnie Jones finding Clive Goodyear. The cross coming in, it's Gillespie's ball. But here's Sanchez. Trying to get Cork away on that far side. Good heading ability. Jones might get there first against Hansen, but Hansen just nicked it away. Now Hansen to Liverpool. He's got Beardsley and Aldridge ahead of him. Houghton very lively too. Beardsley. Barnes, you can probably hear a lot of shouting on the pitch, a lot of anxious players out there. Barnes stopped in the end by Phelan at the expense of a corner to Liverpool.
Barnes popping up on the right wing, Brian, there, and possibly at half-time they said to him he's got to come more into the game because he's been shut out of it on that left-hand side.
Gillespie's up there, Beardsley's in there, Houghton's in there. It was Thorne quietly is having quite a substantial game at the back there for Wimbledon. A foul on Wise. Cheerful little character who got a free transfer from Southampton. Andy Thorne has had a good game at the back alongside Eric Young. Kick. Aim once more and finding Fashanu. And Fashanu again. This time for Wise. Hawks on the far side. Nicol had to get that header in. Fashanu played for Phelan. McMahon. Houghton. Busy stride of his. The languid stride of John Barnes. Beardsley. Nicol, Beardsley again. Cork. Phelan the fullback. Gillespie there with it. Losing touch. It's a throw. No, it's not. The ball stayed in. Gibson, the referee spotted it, the game went on. Barnes. a little more purpose about Liverpool, even though they've lost out there to Alan Cork. Vinnie Jones, a long, aimless ball, that one. And Bruce Grobbelaar outside his penalty area. Spackman. Barnes. A lot of space here for Ablett. I fancy there'll be a lot of defending for Wimbledon to do in this second half to hold on to this precious one-goal lead. Here's how Ablett. Nicol. Long-range shot, straight at the keeper. Dave Beasant, former Wimbledon manager, you were telling me at half-time that Liverpool have always been a little nervous of Wimbledon.
Yeah, all the games I've always felt that they've never really relished playing Wimbledon, and they certainly don't seem to play their normal style. But having said that, you know, Wimbledon compete for every ball, and I think in some games that Liverpool playing, they don't have that every week. I think it may be talent-wise the Liverpool side the best, but I don't think it's necessarily the best at hustling and pressurising Liverpool teams.
Well, certainly not as strong as other teams of the past. Who could, if it comes to a battle, they'd go out and win the battle, you know. And I think you're right enough. I think the Wimbledon boys are battling away and probably just getting more of the game because of it.
On with the free kick. Ablett got the header in. Vinnie Jones got one in as well. Nicol, and then McMahon.
Just the Wimbledon boys seem to be picking up a lot more loose balls than the Liverpool players as well. They look like they're looking for interceptions and that type of thing.
Kenny Dalglish and the backroom staff off the bench there as Sanchez just kicked that ball away to waste a little bit of time. Now as Aldridge got in behind them, there was no foul by Phelan. Aldridge kept possession and now has got Beardsley. And in the end, no nonsense, no frills there from Clive Goodyear, but he hasn't got the ball out of play. Aldridge playing it now for Nicol, played in there to the feet of Beasant. Good influence. You always fancy Dave Beasant is on the whole side around him. I think that they bought him for something like £1,000 from Edgware Town.
That's right.
In these days of enormous transfers, what an investment that is. Did you buy him, David?
No, when Dario was manager, we bought him. It was at that particular time. Brian Hall, the Yeovil manager, actually found him for us.
Well, there are two Liverpool substitutes warming up. Craig Johnston and Jan Molby. With 7.5 minutes of the second half gone, Wimbledon leading by 1-0. John Barnes for Liverpool in the red strip. Fashanu getting the better of Spackman. Vinnie Jones may not have the pace, hasn't got the pace. Beardsley working hard, but a little dummy actually. Save on in there by Eric Young. And here's Dave Beasant again. It's a smashing character. And ball going straight to Wise, but that should be Grobbelaar's. There's another character for you. His throw out finding Hal. Barnes. Thorne. No foul, no handball. I think Liverpool thought there was a handball there by Andy Thorne. Alford getting it back from Nicol. Still Liverpool playing it around, seeking a way through this very impressive wall of Wimbledon blue. To search out that equaliser. Barnes away on the left here. It's with Ablett at the moment though. And then inside again to McMahon. Nicol. Team still separated by Loris Sanchez's goal after 36 minutes, but here's Beardsley. Stopped again by Thorne. Passing here by Liverpool, a lot of skill, but again getting no profit from it as the ball comes off Big Alan Cork. Beardsley, back heel, comes off Spackman, and there's Alan Cork again. But into touch it goes.
for all Liverpool's possession there, Brian, they're not really getting round the back or behind Wimbledon at all. They're playing in front of them, which will suit them.
Stopped again by Thorne. I've been really impressed by his performance today. Ian St John.
That's had an excellent game. Peter Beardsley is trying to wriggle his way through, and at times, you know, possibly there are other players here around him that he may try a 1-2 with, but he's trying to do too much, I think, solo.
There's
Big Thorne has got him in his back pocket at the moment.
Only 21. You picked him up, did you, David?
Yeah, we had him as a schoolboy. In actual fact, we ummed and ahed whether we took him, and we took him on a YTS at the time when there was apprentices, and he's matured. He's done very well. He's a very intelligent player.
Well, Houghton getting behind them, and a good piece of work again by Beasant, and a substitution will shortly be made. They're going to bring on Laurie Cunningham, and I think it might be Alan Cork who comes off. Laurie Cunningham. Substitution is now going to be made. Alan Cork, great old warrior, now in his testimonial year. He's got a testimonial on Monday, in fact, at Plough Lane. If Wimbledon can win this today, my goodness, it'll be an all-ticket occasion, that one.
Yeah, big, great occasion for him. Thoroughly deserves it.
Playing a John Hollins London 11 at Plough Lane on Monday. Laurie Cunningham now, 32 years old and a lot of experience, stretching from West Bromwich Albion and Manchester United and Real Madrid. Getting his first touch now. Not a particularly successful one, but he's got support from Phelan. Gillespie. On. Got the better of Vinnie Jones there, but not the better of Sanchez. Gibson trying to feed it through for Fashanu. Thorne again. Cunningham.
See, the thing at the game at the moment, Ryan, Liverpool are stringing passes together and are beginning to look a bit more cohesive this second half. Where Wimbledon, I mean, I can't remember them playing 3 passes, David. Really, you know, they're just getting it and knocking it away.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing as if there's only 10 minutes to go. Vinnie Jones hit a long, hopeful ball just a few seconds ago. They've got to try and get hold of the ball more now, because otherwise you're looking to last too long.
Well, it's Liverpool in possession again with McMahon. And now it's with Barnes. And McMahon again. And here's Ablett. Blue shirts are back again in numbers. Barnes. Ablett. McMahon. Nichols made a little break down the right. It's Spackman now, though. Houghton being pressed by Young. And Cork, who's just been substituted. Laurie Cunningham's on for him. John Barnes, a long, deep cross. Too deep for anybody in a red shirt. Laurie Cunningham picks it up now for Wimbledon. Well, the linesman had his flag up, I think, for an infringement, not that the ball was out of play, and then put it down again.
Well, that's debatable, Brian. I mean, was it an infringement? It looked to me as if from here everybody thought the ball had just run over the line. The linesman put his flag up, and the referee said play on.
Play on they did, and it's a throw for Wimbledon. Phelan's throw, Fashanu's held. Linesman's flag, and a free kick to Liverpool. Good picture, it shows a good spirit. Gillespie and Terry Gibson. Terry Gillespie at 6'2", and Terry Gibson, the smallest man on the field, at 5'5". And straight to little Dennis Wise, trying to get Fashanu away. Jones. It's hit towards Grobbelaar. Beardsley. Spackman's gone forward from midfield. Barnes, who as yet has not really asserted himself. 15 minutes of the second half gone. Wimbledon still leading by a goal to nil.
I think Liverpool should make a substitution, Brian, because it's not happening for them at all, especially up front. And I think Kenny will need to think about shaking the pack up a bit.
I think Craig Johnson's shortly to come on, but it's with Aldridge at the moment. That's a penalty. The foul by Goodyear on Aldridge, and Wimbledon hounding the referee. I must say the first look I had it looked the penalty, and here's Aldridge coming through. Goodyear after him.
Well, I don't think that was a penalty kick at all. I thought it was a very good tackle. I had been saying to Dave, funnily enough, at half-time, if Liverpool could get the ball in and around the box, they may even get a penalty kick. But to get it that way, when really that wasn't a foul. Very, very harsh.
Goodyear came in, played the ball. I must say, the second look at it, it looks a really tough decision. But what it does, it gives Aldridge, who scored 11 times from the penalty spot this season in his 29, the chance to bring Liverpool level. Saved brilliantly by Beasant. Amazing. There's only ever been one penalty missed in FA Cup final history, and you have to go back to 1913 for that. And now in 1988, there's another one. What an astonishing moment that is. And maybe it really is going Wimbledon's way. An inspired piece of keeping by Dave Beasant, the man who cost £1,000 from Edgware Town. And who knows, it might well win the cup for Wimbledon.
I was just thinking, you know, that Kenny Dalglish had kept Aldridge on for the moment, and he's never missed penalty. I don't think he's ever missed a penalty kick.
Don't recall it.
And so when that happened, I thought, oh, the luck's maybe changing, but tremendous save by Big Dave Beasant.
Barnes after it. Beasant taking no chances, right outside the box. This is turning into quite a dramatic afternoon now. But Liverpool are still at Wimbledon's throat. But it's still Wimbledon leading by a goal to nil, and it's a free kick for Liverpool.
He's got a good record of saving penalties, Beasant, over the years, Brian. He does well.
Well, never better than a moment ago.
No, when you need one like that, that's the day to pull it out.
Well, here's Ablett for Liverpool. Barnes stopped by Wise. That's a foul, that's a free kick given against Ablett. Yeah, you have to go back to 1913, believe it or not, for the last penalty miss in an FA Cup final. A gentleman called Charlie Wallace, playing for Aston Villa against Sunderland.
How did he miss that one?
And two substitutes are now being made. Craig Johnston is coming on for Liverpool with John Aldridge. Poor John Aldridge. He's had a brilliant season coming in for Ian Rush. 29 goals in it. And done all that Liverpool asked, except that he missed a penalty, and now has no chance to redeem himself. And Scales is coming on, and he's on in place of little Terry Gibson. Remembering also, of course, we had a missed penalty in the Littlewoods Cup final. Nigel Winterburn for Arsenal against Luton. Another free kick to Liverpool. The hero at the moment, the Wimbledon captain, Dave Beasant. No time at the moment to rest on any laurels, because Liverpool are coming for them again with this free kick. Steve Nicol floated towards Hansen, but who's back in the right place again? Eric Young. Just over 25 minutes of this 1988 Cup final to go.
It's interesting, Liverpool had kept the two men with the headbands back in the centre circle there, Spackman and Gillespie, so obviously they didn't fancy heading the ball.
Here's Barnes, and overhead, and again Dave Beasant is there. Really was a terrific penalty save today, wasn't it?
Superb. I mean, he's such a big fellow that when he falls sideways, you know, he's covered half the goal.
Gillespie, Spackman. Jan Molby now warming up for Liverpool. Sanchez to Wise. Trying to get Scales. Beasant, wacky with the touch. Dave Beasant, just tell me, with Scales now playing up front, I mean, he's normally a fullback, isn't he?
That's right, he's a fullback. I mean, there must be something wrong with Terry from his injury the other night at Manchester United, which means that they've just got to put him there.
Good challenge, an important one there, played back, and Beasant just getting there before Houghton. I think it was Vinnie Jones who played that one back, but there was certainly no margin for error there. Laurie Cunningham.
They may have weathered the storm for a few moments, Wimbledon, and they've got to try and keep the ball a bit more now.
I wouldn't bank on it, Dave. Gillespie. Bobby Gould's been saying all week he's got a side here that never knows when it's beaten, but the same could certainly apply for Liverpool.
Oh, yes.
Nicol then with the throw for Liverpool. Certainly at this stage, Ian St John, you would say this is one of the least effective performances that Liverpool have put up all season.
I'm disappointed looking at them today because I know how well they've played this year, and this is well below par for Liverpool.
But all credit to Wimbledon, leading by 1-0, coming up to the halfway mark in the second half. See it. Coming up to 22 and a half minutes. Boris Sanchez, the scorer, after 36. The rank outsiders are leading at Wembley. Can they keep that lead against what most people now regard as the most powerful side in Europe? Gillespie. Hansen. Barnes. Nicol. Beardsley. Challenged unfairly by Thorne. And the free kick already taken. Oh, some space here now, but Houghton could not play it back into the path of Barnes. But you get the impression that Liverpool are beginning to open up one or two gaps now. Ablett, made for Barnes. Vinnie Jones shakes off the challenge of Barnes. Is challenged by Ablett. Liverpool gain possession again and keep that ball in the Wimbledon half. McMahon. Wimbledon have pulled everybody, even John Fashanu back now. Craig Johnston the substitute. Stopped by a combination of Jones and Wise. And here comes big John Fashanu. Socks down. The old legs will be feeling the strain now, and the lungs as well. The sun is out gloriously now, once again, with a temperature you can be sure down there into the 80s. Nicol. Gillespie. Barnes. Beardsley. Barnes again.
We were just saying, Dave and I, that John Barnes hasn't lit the stadium up the way everybody thought he would. I mean, I certainly felt that he would be the man of the match, pre-match, because he's got so much talent. But I think the way that Wimbledon have played today and closed them down on that side of the field, it's worked ever so well, and they've just shot him right out of the match.
Foul on Scales by Nicol. Free kick to Wimbledon. They won't hurry taking it. They're looking for a breather, looking to take a few seconds off the burden that remains. 20 minutes are left. Vinnie Jones. Will come for Ablett. Eric Young was up there and he needs to get back. Suddenly Liverpool in full flight. John Barnes. Across that goal. Nobody in a red shirt to deliver the final touch.
Liverpool had so many red jerseys in midfield there when John Barnes made the break. Nobody getting up there to support in the box. A good run by Barnes. He got that space because little Wise had gone off to the other side of the field. But in the main, he's been blocked out. But you'll see here when he takes the defenders on, this is what we thought he'd be doing all afternoon. Threw the ball in there. And as you can see, that there's only 2 red jerseys there.
There'll be another red jersey coming on very shortly because Jan Molby is now stripped off. See him down the tunnel there. Yes, he's coming on, and Nigel Spackman is coming off. So one midfielder goes, and a very talented Danish international, Jan Molby, comes on. Ablett. Wise again. Ball out of play.
He's done extremely well, Dennis Wise, today. He's blocked Barnes out most of the game.
Now Craig Johnston. I think at this stage, if you were choosing a man of the match, Ian St John, which I know has been your task once or twice, it might be a little bit difficult.
I think Dave Beasant would be the man of the match for me. As if the score stays at 1-0. I mean, if somebody gets a hat-trick in the next 10 minutes for Liverpool, I might give it to them.
Hansen. Barnes. Oh, a lovely ball by Barnes, and it wasn't luck for Wimbledon because that was what centre-back Eric Young meant, but that little touch on his head just took it beyond the on-running Liverpool player and on for Dave Beasant. Interesting to know who faces the more exhausting last quarter of an hour, actually. Wimbledon because of the way they play, or Liverpool because really they've got to the point now, Ian, where they're chasing the game a bit.
I'd like to be in Wimbledon's shoes, hanging on to a goal rather than trying to get 2 to win it.
It's with Wise for Wimbledon. Minutes are ticking away. And there's a good header by Fashanu. The first real jump we've seen from the big man with a head on goal. Former Bernardo boy, who's done so many good things for Wimbledon since he arrived from Millwall. And again, it's Wise. Don Howe saying that 75% of Wimbledon's goals come from that little man, in one way or another. Now he's got to get back because Barnes has taken this pass from McMahon. There's a deep cross towards Craig Johnston on the far side, too high for him. It looked like a handball there by Houghton, and indeed it was. And it's a free kick to Wimbledon. Consternation on the face of Kenny Dalglish, and Don Howe in the centre of the picture there. He and Bobby Gould have done such a job here. Scotland, it's Celtic 1, Dundee United 1, the latest score. McAvenny and Gallagher the scorers. Here It's 1-0 to the underdogs Wimbledon, and an offside against Craig Johnston. To the annoyance of Peter Beardsley, who'd taken up a good position and was prepared to put his head down and run after that, and Beardsley is giving Craig Johnston some stick. For goodness sake,